As a competitor, I'm not ducking shit.
It wasn't, hey, I'm going to take 8 games off this year to try to stay healthy. The mindset of knowing, like that to you is comical to do that.
What the hell is that, man? I don't know what that is. That's crazy.
That particular dislocation was extremely difficult to get that back in. If you look at my face, gritting my teeth, pulling on that thing, finally it goes back into place, and then as soon as it goes in, he was gone.
Would you ever know that this guy has a broken finger? I say not. This is lightning in a bottle. You see him have his index finger, taking it off the ball, using his thumb more, using his middle finger more to get the rotation.
Kobe Bryant with his broken finger, last 5 games, 36 a game, no problem.
Finger's just not there. I don't know where it's at, but it's not on my hand.
And there he is asking for help, and when Kobe does that, he's not one of these guys that's a lot on drama. He's not going to come out of a game like this, and you see the tape going on the finger here by Gary Vitti.
And apparently Kobe wants to remain on the floor, looking over at Phil Jackson.
This would probably be the only time I can sit here like this at a press conference.
Welcome back to the channel, everyone. I'm your host, Dr. Nav Badesha. In today's video, we're going to be discussing all of the injuries Kobe Bryant suffered to all of his fingers and his hands. By the end of this video, I can guarantee even the most diehard Kobe fans are going to leave with a newfound respect for just how tough the Black Mamba really was. In order to understand Kobe's injuries, let's discuss the most important structures of the right hand. These are the forearm bones, the radius, and the ulna. Moving distally to the metacarpal bones, which lie between the wrist or carpal bones and proximal phalanges. The tips of the fingers are called the distal phalanges or distal phalanx. These long structures are the flexor tendons that are equipped with pulleys. When combined with the muscles of the forearm, they all work together to allow for hand movement. Lastly, each finger joint has a capsule and a volar plate, as well as collateral ligaments on each of the sides to help stabilize your fingers. In October 1999, the Lakers were having their first exhibition game under Phil Jackson. 21-year-old Kobe Bryant's hand was hit by an elbow as he went up for a rebound in the first quarter. Kobe played through the injury, and in 30 minutes he posted 18 points, 5 assists, and 4 steals with 0 turnovers. It wasn't until 2 days later, when Kobe started complaining of pain, that they x-rayed his hand, which revealed a 4th metacarpal fracture. He was sidelined for 15 games with this injury. You might recall Mamba's iconic practice in pajamas pics from this time. Later this year, Kobe and Shaq would go on to win their first NBA championship against the Indiana Pacers. Give this a huge thumbs up if you remember Kobe cooking Reggie Miller in this series.
Shaq fouled out, so everybody kind of panicked. So they thought okay, Shaq fouled out, we got to move the ball, we got to get everybody involved, we got to play a different style of basketball. And he came out, I think he might have scored 12 straight or something, and then he hit that big shot, and he was like, I got this. Relax, I got this. After that series, then that's when you see the change.
In his MVP year and on Pau Gasol's debut as a Laker, Kobe dislocated his pinky on his shooting hand and would later discover that he had an avulsion fracture with a complete tear of the radial collateral ligament and a volar plate injury. This is the right pinky finger on his shooting hand, something you would feel while handling the ball, shooting, and catching the ball.
Finger's just not there. I don't know where it's at, but it's not on my hand.
He would opt out of surgery, play all 82 regular season games, and willed the Lakers to the finals, where they would come up short against the Boston Celtics. After the crushing loss to the Celtics, Kobe was named the team captain of the 2008 Redeemed Team and would lead the USA to a gold medal.
Kobe said he gonna set the tone to start the game. And he said, I'm running through Powell's fucking chest.
And he said, I'm running through that motherfucker.
Man, that's your teammate. You tripping. You ain't about to do that. We was like...
After the Olympics, he would choose to forgo hand surgery and mentioned he didn't want to miss any time on the court since the Lakers training camp was opening later that month. The following year, he dislocated his shooting hand ring finger. Kobe ran over to his trainer Gary Vitti, had it pop back in. Somehow, Mamba was able to tape his finger up and adjust on the fly, because in the fourth quarter, he'd make some extremely challenging and clutch jump shots over LeBron James, and he would seal a Lakers victory. Kobe would again miss no time with this injury, and with only 3 good fingers on his shooting hand, he would lead the Lakers to destroy the Orlando Magic in the NBA Finals, winning his 4th championship and his 1st without Shaquille O'Neal.
Well, twice you've been told to have surgery on that hand. You both times said no.
The following year, he would suffer an avulsion fracture in 2 places near the tip of his index finger. He would again opt to play through this injury by wearing a splint on his finger. It's absolutely bananas to think that the Lakers' #1 scoring option and primary ball handler now only had 2 healthy fingers on his shooting hand. You might be wondering how this impacted his play. The next day after this injury versus Utah, he struggled, only scoring 16 points, and he shot poorly, and the Lakers would lose by 8 points. In the following game against the Chicago Bulls, Kobe made an adjustment by using his middle finger more to get rotation on the ball. In the next 10 games, he scored 35 or more 7 out of those 10 games, scoring more than 40 in 3 of those. The Lakers will win 8 of these games, with Kobe averaging 37 points, 6 boards, 5 assists on 49% shooting. During this stretch, he hit a game-winning fadeaway against the Bucks and another game-winning 3-pointer versus the Kings. In 4 of these games, he actually played more than 45 minutes. This would be the year that he would lead the Lakers to a rematch against the Boston Celtics, and he would win his 2nd NBA Finals MVP and his 5th NBA championship. If you're wondering why Kobe seemed off or shot poorly in some of those playoff games, perhaps even Game 7 of the NBA Finals, this might be why. He hadn't been healthy in years. Winning came first, and Kobe made no excuses, deciding that winning championships was far more important than addressing his injuries. In the 2011-2012 season, Kobe again injured his right hand, this time during the first preseason game against the Clippers. He tore the Lunotriquetral ligament, which is a band of tissue that connects bones to the wrists, highlighted in green here. Kobe said in an interview that the pain was excruciating. He was getting a numbing shot before every single game, and as a result, he said the pain was tolerable during play. One Lakers source said it was a miracle that he even played. If it was anybody else but Kobe, if they did play, they would be putting up goose eggs on the scoreboard. This was one of Kobe's worst shooting seasons. He would go on to have a stretch of 40 points in 4 straight games. This would make him the oldest player in NBA history to ever score 4 consecutive 40-point games. In 2016, against the San Antonio Spurs, Kobe again dislocated one of his fingers. This time, it was his middle finger. He ran over to his trainer, Gary Vitti, had it pop back in, and then went back into the game as if nothing happened. This fan's face basically says it all. Kobe returned to the game, and he scored on the next possession.
That, in and of itself, showed the toughness and the tenacity of Kobe Bryant.
Next time we're out here for a statue, probably be your statue, so thank you.
I love what I do. And it's as simple as that. I get